Hello, and welcome back to the Grow with Gabby podcast. I'm your host, Gabby Roberts, and this space is where healing meets business and where we can celebrate you just as you are. So, hello, if you have not seen me here, I'm recording for the first time on my new GoPro, so follow along. But before we dive in today, if you are seeing me in the video, hello. If you're hearing my voice, also hello. But let's get grounded for a second. Let's just take a deep breath in. So just before we take a breath, just settle into the body and notice how it feels, okay? So just take a moment. I like to put my hand on my heart and a hand on my belly and breathe deeply into the belly through the nose, and I hold for a few seconds, and then I sigh it out. Nice and simple. I'll do it with you. Ready? Go. In through the nose, hold, and sigh it out. There we go. Regulation and healing doesn't always have to be some big thing. Sometimes it's just a little quick moment of taking a breath in and breath out. So now that we're regulated, feeling calm in the body, go ahead and hit that follow button so you never miss another episode. So today we're going to be talking about how success loves the brave and why celebrating your efforts changes everything. So, you know what I've been thinking about lately, and truly, we give ourselves so much crap for not being far enough along. We celebrate until the money lands, until the client signs, until everything else validates that what we're doing is right. But why not celebrate the efforts? There would be no results at all without the efforts, right? So sometimes we have to realize, dang, our biggest flex is the fact that we keep showing up every day. So what if the flex is the fact that everybody is doing the same thing and no one's clapping? Seriously, you wouldn't think that that would be the thing to be celebrated, but it is. What if success truly starts with the moment that you celebrate yourself? You ever had someone cheer you on and you're like, yeah, thank you, I did fine, ooh, go me. But then you did something you thought you couldn't do and you were the one cheering yourself on, and that confidence is like unmatchable. So let's talk a little bit about the results. Let's just talk about them, right? We're going to. They're uncomfortable. Let's talk a little bit about why you're not there yet, even though you feel like you're doing all the work. A lot of that has to do with intention and expectation, because we're all been taught that results are everything, even in school. You study and study and study, but do you get praised for the studying? No, you get praised for the good grades. You got the A. Work gives us deadlines. Do they say, hey, great job in your work today? They're like, no, when's my thing due? I told you I needed that on my desk by Monday morning, right? Instagram gives us highlight reels, and we get to see all the perfect polished bullshit that's not even actually real. But no one ever taught us to feel proud of the actual efforts. Did you show up today? Did you say no to going out on the weekend because you prioritized studying? Did you get the work done and put it on the boss's desk a couple days before he asked you to get it done, right? Those are the things that are worth celebrating. So no one ever taught us how to feel that, though. No one ever taught us to do those things. So how do we know to do them until somebody teaches us, right? Well, that's where fucking it up and figuring it out comes in hand, because I'm proud to say that if you fuck it up long enough, things start to click. You start to figure things out. So you just have to learn how to say, I'm proud of myself for trying, for not giving up, even when it was hard. Because we try to act like, oh, we do it anyway, without fear, without burnout. No, we do it with the fear, with the burnout, with the imposter syndrome. Obviously, we try to burn out as less as possible, but for not giving up, for truly showing up messy, that deserves to be celebrated. And yet, that's the part that actually creates the results. Again, we would have no results if we didn't have any efforts. Results don't just land in your lap. They don't happen overnight. So let me get a little personal here, because when I was building this podcast and my school group and really my whole damn brand, I did not see very fast growth. I was begging and pleading, can I grow faster? But I didn't. It was long, slow, consistent nights, emotional dips, high highs and low lows. Ask my coaches. They were like, girl, you were a mess. But guess what? That messy progress has led to me being top 1% in the entire world on school. It's led me to being almost full with one-on-ones, to buying the things I've never bought before, for traveling to the places I've never traveled before. It's allowed me to have the life that I have now by showing up messy. So it's like, why are we hiding from it. But I won't lie, I know why we're hiding, because it's hard and it's scary as hell. And I saw myself regulating at the beach between calls or trying to fit everything into the hustle, and I was working 12 hours a day and it just wasn't working for me. So I really had to do basically the opposite of everything I was doing. I was working 12 hours a day. I was focusing on just the results and I wasn't celebrating anything. So I did the opposite. I cut my schedule in half. I work like 6-hour days now. And I actually focused on what moves the needle forward and doing nothing else and celebrating every little needle moving activity. Because when you don't celebrate the growth here, you won't be able to celebrate the true results that you have, because you'll just dismiss it as if it's not a big deal when it's huge. The moments where you seriously show up when you're afraid to are huge. And people resonate with that. People relate to that. So the only thing that really differentiates truly from a person who's successful and who's not is the moment that they choose, how am I going to bounce back from this? How am I going to show up and just celebrate every little thing, even if it's a failure? Because guess what happens when we fail? It's beautiful feedback to help us for the next time. The only really way you fail is if you just give up. Think about it. When you are learning to walk, do you just fall a couple times and you just be like, oh, guess I'll never walk? Like, hell no. You just get up and you fall, and you get up and you fall, and you get up and you fall, and you do it over and over and over again, and it works. So that energy of celebrating and just being like, damn, you're awesome, woo, like being my own little cheerleader has built everything that I have now. Of course, I lean on my coaches, my communities, my mentors, all of those things, my husband, my friends, my family, the beautiful connections I've built. But the energy of me celebrating myself gives me that validation that I look for in other people, to be completely honest, because your nervous system still needs to be celebrated. So let's talk science real quick. Your nervous system does not know if something is big or small. It just knows that it needs to feel safe. And your nervous system, by the way, there are no prereqs for anxiety or panic attacks or regulation. It comes for us all, that relentless bitch. But seriously, when you celebrate your effort, you are creating a reward loop in your brain, in your body, that tells you, hey, you're doing something right. Good job. This is working. I feel safe. Let's keep going. That's how momentum is born. But you ever tried to mindset your body into feeling safe? I feel safe, and you don't feel safe because it doesn't work. Your mind and your body battle sometimes, but the nervous system is quite literally, again, creating that reward loop when you tell yourself, I am safe, and your body believes it. When your body starts to believe it and starts to soften, then you know it's working. So you tell your system over and over again, this is working, I'm safe, let's keep going, let's keep doing it. So you're not coming from a place of forcing it, you're coming from a place of safety, simply. It's not survival, it's not scarcity, it's abundance. And it feels safe to keep trying. So that's how it works in the mind, in the brain. Sometimes we think that we have a bad mindset or that we're lazy or a couple other things. And it's really, you're just being so hard on yourself. Your body is quite literally designed to do what it thinks is safe. And that's why sometimes your body and your nervous system can get wired to then that chaos of the go, 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 which what I was just mentioning does not work for the body. It needs time to rest. So when you come from that place of true safety, of true regulation, you can now rewire the things you're telling yourself to then help you move the needle forward. But that only happens when you celebrate. The body needs to know, hey, we're doing something good. Because when the body sees that there's something bad, it focuses on that bad thing to try to protect us. So I can get into about the science much, much deeper, but I won't bore you with that right now. So truly, let's talk about what happens when you only celebrate the results. So if you wait for the perfect number, the perfect client, the perfect everything, perfect milestone before you ever feel good enough, then you'll spend 90% of that time just circling and spiraling and feeling miserable and burnt out and just doing the same things over and over and over again that are keeping you stuck in those patterns. But what if you do the opposite? What if you actually celebrate the results? Yes, of course, but and the efforts as big as you would if you just signed a high-ticket client, right? Did I show up today? Did I do the outreach? Did I connect with my people? Did I really listen and hear them? Celebrate that, because that is how you become magnetic. That is how you show up differently. And also, when you celebrate every little action, the results don't matter, and that validation you need from other people starts to go down. I'm sitting here in a "Hey Schmidt happens" shirt because that's what I'm comfortable in, holding myself with a blanket in my lap because that's how I feel good. And am I being too hard on myself, saying, oh, you have to wear all this professional clothes and go into an office and get all this done to be important? Hell no. Did I just get off a team meeting where they value my opinion and did I wear this? Yes. It's an energy thing here. So when you celebrate your results, you celebrate your efforts, you just celebrate you being in this world, living and taking action at all. Again, you become magnetic. You show up differently. People want to be in your energy and you actually start to attract people rather than chasing them. So you keep going longer, and ironically, the results come in faster when you just celebrate every little thing and not give a fuck what anybody says, because people are going to judge you anyway. So you might as well do whatever you want that makes you happy. Am I happy here sitting in my office with my dog right here by my lap and my blanket in here? Absolutely. Everything I need to run my entire business is right here with me. I got my crystals. I have everything I need. And I'm so happy because this is the results I'm celebrating. Good job for sitting in here. Good job for recording your podcast. Good job for having your crystals close. Good job for not changing your outfit 6 times because you were worried about what on earth do I wear for my first YouTube video. Who cares? The point is to celebrate every little thing along the way that adds to those big, beautiful results that you're looking for. So here's how to actually celebrate the efforts even on the hard days. And here's how I do it. Every night I ask myself, what did I do today that I'm proud of? Even if it's, hey, I got out of bed, I worked out in the morning, I did my morning routine, I brushed my teeth when I was supposed to. I, instead of being distracted, took my 5-minute breaks every 25 minutes. It's so easy to get distracted, myself included. I have ADHD that I love, by the way, because I get hyper focused and I can literally work on something for like 6 hours straight, which is great and I get a lot done. But I have to take breaks because, again, your nervous system needs those breaks or it's going to start to crave that chaos. So when you slow down, your body freaks out. Why the hell are we slowing down? Right? So we don't want that. So focusing on what did I do today that made myself proud? What can I do tomorrow to improve? Just pure curiosity rather than judgment here. So for me, I ask myself that question, but I dance. I dance to my favorite manifesting songs, even if I feel icky. I'm not even kidding you. Some days I'll be like this. If you guys could see me, I'm putting my arms up and I'm dancing like while the tears are flowing down my face. Why? Because I'm still celebrating my body. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference of celebrating and sometimes being really negative too. So it knows energy, it registers energy. So if you're sitting there going, good job, I'm awesome. Even if you're crying, it's still going to register to the body. It's going to build that reward loop that I talked about. So I track some of the actions that I take, not just the income. What did I take to build this 6-figure business? What did I take to make the most I made last month, right? Those actions are the same actions I'm going to need to take next month and then the month after that. So if I'm just celebrating the income, well, the income didn't just fall in my lap now, did it? No, I made it, right? So I text myself sometimes. I'll write myself little love notes of just saying, hey, I'm proud of you. I give myself high fives all the time. You go, girl. Right? I'm proud of you. You're doing it. It's okay. I reparent a lot to my inner child who just thinks she's got to do everything all the time. No, I tell her it's okay to slow down. So in your business, celebrate the pitch, not just the sale. Did you book a sales call? Whether you sign that person or not, celebrate yourself. Okay? In your healing journey, celebrate the pause before the reaction or the spiral. To be completely honest, this is something I'm working on. When my chickens are driving me nuts, and in my face, or my cat's constantly meowing at me because I didn't feed him for like 2 seconds. I won't lie, that stuff bugs me and I just have to take a pause. And that's okay. Celebrate that pause because again, that feedback loop is always watching. It's always paying attention. So if you give it little bitty things, it registers still, okay? So you don't need proof to be proud. And I'll tell you a little story and I won't go too deep into it, but at the beginning of this year, I lost everything. I lost my business partner. I lost all of my money. I lost my clients. I lost literally everything overnight. I had to completely restart. I had nothing. And I came to Magnetic Memberships. And this is before they even hired me. And I just was like, I have no home. I don't know what the hell to do. I just got fucked over. I just lost thousands of dollars in my entire system. What do I do? And I'm telling you, the way that they held me and took care of me and just made me feel like I was going to be okay, that community made me feel like the wealthiest person in the world. And I had no money, but I was like being loved and heard and seen and validated and taken care of. And people were giving me the time of the day, and they were saying that they were sorry for what happened, and that made me feel loved. So you don't, and that was one of the rock bottom moments for me. I'd built 8 months working on this project, and it was just gone overnight. So this version of you who's trying to get all the validation, who wants to be honored, now you have to make it, now you have to do this, you have to do that. No, you don't need any of that proof. You can still have nothing and be proud. You can still have the efforts and be proud because the results come when you celebrate the efforts. So your healing is working. Your efforts are already opening the doors. You just have to give yourself some time and love and grace. Okay? Imagine that someone is working so deeply on their goal, but that inner critic is so loud that they eventually just step back when they didn't realize the whole time that they were making the progress that they need. They just didn't realize it because they weren't celebrating it. Like, it's that simple to just walk away because the results aren't working, it's not happening, clearly I'm a failure. No, it is working. You just sometimes haven't given yourself enough time and love and compassion to celebrate that moment. Okay, so you don't need another person to say good job for you to know that you're already doing something so brave. So if you show up in your business or in your healing journey at all, those are two of some of the hardest things in the world. So take a deep breath. Let everything I'm telling you really sink in, because you don't have to be perfect to make progress. In fact, think about it. If you're walking a mile on a track and you hate the whole time and you cry the whole time, are you still going to finish that mile? It's not glamorous and it's probably painful, but that's how business growth is. That's how healing is. It's usually really hard, really messy, really painful for a time, but it does get easier when you celebrate the little things. Okay? So, beautiful souls, this is where I'm going to leave you with today. Simply celebrate yourself like your life depends on it. If someone said, I will give you $100,000 if you just celebrate yourself every single day, wouldn't you celebrate the shit out of yourself every single day? Right? But we always focus on the money, or we focus on rewards or validations. But what if we told you that everything you desire, you are capable of doing those things? You just have to start celebrating yourself. It's that easy. Don't overcomplicate it. Fall in love with how hard you're trying right now, because you're doing it. You're doing it. Give me a high five. Self high fives. Do it. Let your effort be enough, even when no one sees it. Because who do you have at the end of the day? You got this. So if you're building something powerful, if you're healing, if you're growing, you're doing the damn thing. Celebrate yourself for it. Now, if this episode resonated so deeply, please leave a review, leave a 5-star rating. I would love to personally thank you. So when you do, go ahead and take a screenshot of it, send it to my account on Aligned and Unapologetic on School, so I can personally thank you and ask you what you really got from this episode. Because if you love it, new episodes come out every week, and it's my job to help you, give you the things that you need. Because most of this business, yes, I did for me, but I also built for you too. So again, you are doing better than you think. Celebrate the efforts. You deserve to be celebrated, and you matter because your dreams matter. Actually, I think that's the opposite of the quote I'm going for. Your dreams matter because you matter. So that's the way I'm going to leave you, like I do every week. Be fearless, be free, and do it your way. See you next time.